you. Peggy, it was buffering. I had a last minute wardrobe malfunction. I had to go run to the other side of the house and fix my broken nail. Is it good now? The buffering? Oh God, I have the light on. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stand it, but we're going to try. How's everybody doing? Peggy, I was thinking about you when I was clipping these pictures. I said, oh, Peggy's going to love that one. Sometimes Peggy surprises me though. But there's a lot of winners in this red carpet event, unlike some of the last ones that we've done. Good Lord. But that's what makes it fun, when we can drag them up and down the red carpet for filth. We're not going to be doing much of that today, but there's going to be some, have no fear. All right, let's see. I'm not sure which glasses I'm going to need. One's a little bit stronger than the other. Oh, good God. And they're both filthy. One less so than the other. Okay, so let's get this shiz show started, shall we? Y'all, I have lots and lots of pictures, so this is definitely not going to be a one and done. Let me get a little bit closer to the screen if I can. My gosh, you guys, it is so nice in Florida today. Well, nice because it's cool. I am actually wearing a damn cashmere. It's like a blanket. It's got like a notch cut out in the back. I think they call it this came from Naked Cashmere. What do they call this thing? I think they just call it a wrap. There's no closures, but oh my God, it's like wearing a perfect blanket. Okay, let's get this shit show started, shall we? All righty. Whenever possible, I have put the designer. I spent quite a while getting these pictures together yesterday. So, oh yeah, what I was saying, we are definitely going to do part 2, possibly part 3, hell, maybe part 4. I don't know. We'll see how long my sciatic nerve holds out sitting in this chair. I am sitting on the pillow like I did the other day. That seemed to give me another maybe half hour. And like I said this morning, I'm still going to talk about all the tragedy pimps and their latest exploits, but probably not today. All right, let's see here. I have to improvise just a little bit. Okay, I usually use I'm going to use my debutante book. Didn't we go over this before? Is Molly in here? Is Betty? Oh, Peggy, you looked at a lot of them? I'll tell you what, they really showed out. The celebs brought it. And here's a couple things that stuck out in my mind, just little quick notes I jotted down. Lots of black, which I love. Can never go wrong with a black dress. Lots of white as well. And a lot of cutouts, which I'm seeing lots of cutouts just in the regular, the regular fashion world, not just on the red carpet. So cutouts are big this year. A lot of heavy beading, which, I'm a sucker for that. Hey, Zen11, how you doing? And a lot of really cool, cultural nods to, whether they were a nominee, presenting, whatever the case was. There were lots of nods to, in the clothing, to that particular person's heritage, which I thought was cool. There was one other thing. Oh, I have seen, I think the only one I saw, the one that won Best Picture, I have not seen it. I did, however, the other night. Well, thank you, Zan. The other night I did watch with my husband. We watched Whale with Brendan Fraser. Fantastic. I highly recommend it. And my husband and I both said that night that I didn't know that he would. I wasn't particularly so sure that he would win an Oscar for his performance, which was fantastic. I'm not surprised that he did. But we both said, oh my God, for makeup, absolutely, it should win hands down. And it did. I have not seen any of the, I don't think I've seen any of the other movies. But y'all know we're not here about the damn movies. We're here about the clothes. So, all right. Let's get this party started. Oh, and I did just upload I put up 2 more community posts on both channels with more dresses from the Dior exhibit in Dallas. And I'm going to upload every day. I'm going to do at least 2 or 3 posts with those gorgeous, gorgeous images. All righty. Well, we're going to start off with where'd the mouse go? All right, this is Colin Farrell and his adorable son, Henry. Now, I don't know if Henry was in a movie, and I don't know how old Henry is, but he is hell, I didn't even know Colin Farrell had a kid. But he's adorable. And I thought that it was so, I mean, I didn't put this up here for any other reason than the fact that this was another theme. There were several people that brought their kids or their whole family, kind of like we saw at, was it the Grammys or the Golden Globes? I can't remember. But that's the only reason I put this up. I'm not going to drag them. You know, Zen, the bow ties, when we did the Grammys, I think it was, you're not seeing a lot of traditional bow ties like this anymore. And interesting that you brought that up about the bow ties, because in those pictures of, if you're following the Murdoch case, which, you know, who the hell isn't in some form or fashion, the picture that they show all the time of Maggie, Alex, and the 2 boys in front of the house, and she's wearing the fur coat and they're in tuxes, those bow ties that they have on, I actually bought some of those bow ties. When I went to Charleston a few years ago, I saw them in the window of, I cannot remember the name of the designer, but I saw them in the window of her shop. And I have a couple family members that, you know, they have occasion to wear bow ties with formal wear more than once or twice a year. And I thought, damn, that would make a great gift. Hey, Heels, how you doing? So they are, and the reason that I bought them and that I thought they were so cool is, if you look closely when you see that picture, they are made of feathers, all kinds of different feathers. So while I would agree that the bow tie is, I mean, by the looks of things, the bow ties are on their way out or are out. However, I think if it's a non-traditional material, they're still kind of cool. So, but these, yeah, these are just old school. Old school. All right, let's see. What do we have next? Oh, well, this will probably be surprising, because this This lovely lady is usually always a winner, but this, oh my God, this is Halle Berry wearing Tamara Rolfe. I hate this so much. It is the tackiest, cheapest looking shit. What's hard to see is that at the neckline, oh my God, those things are like gaudy, beaded rosettes. The slit up to her hip bone is, it's, listen, she's gorgeous, obviously. But this is like some kind of slutty ice capades. It just, oh God, I just hate it. I hate everything about it. I hate the color. Although the color I could deal with if we didn't. That's the least of our problems, is the color. These rosette things, like, why? And I'm sorry, Halle. It's just, girl, despite the fact that you are gorgeous and in amazing shape, I'm sorry. It's just, she's too old for that, okay? And I think I'm older than her. So I'm not like, I'm not age shaming her. Clearly she's like a goddess, all right? But this was an absolute miss from the top to the bottom. Everything about it, it's ugly, it's slutty, it's cheap looking, and she, despite the fact that, you know, she's in phenomenal shape, no, she's too old for this. And I mean, even if Gigi Hadid was wearing this, I would say the same thing. It's slutty and it's ugly. Okay. Yeah, Peggy, I don't know what's going on with the hair either. I was not a fan of her hair. I mean, she's such a gorgeous woman. Why she would choose this? I mean, you know, kind of like I always say, I can't explain why, you know, how the pyramids got there. There's lots of things I can't explain and probably don't understand. That being one of them. Oh, all right. Let's see what we got next. Oh, and I do have another shot of this. This is Idris Elba wearing, who cares? He looks amazing, and I am such a fan of the dark blue. And if you look at his bow tie, it is a bow tie, but it's a modern bow tie because it's almost like inverted triangles, the points on that bow tie. I love it. Peggy, I saw your earlier comment about you thought the pants were too skinny. I think it was in Colin Farrell and his son. That's the thing now in men's suiting and tuxedos. Almost any show you watch, news show, whatever, the men are wearing the skinny suit pant. I love it. I think it's amazing. I think he looks amazing. Everything about it. And I am such a fan of this. It looks like it's probably silk shantung, to pony, something like that. But I love it. Love it. I didn't throw as many of the men in here as we did on the last fashion popo. I don't know who's. Oh, and as the last time, y'all, I have no clue who many of these people are. Kind of like this lady. Phoebe Waller, Waller Bridge or Bridgeton Bridge, I don't know. Wearing Dolce & Gabbana. I think it looks great on her. It's a little hard to see, but where she's got her hands, that That's a semi-sheer panel, black lace. Very pretty. Let's see if I can make that. Make it bigger. Shit. Nope. I even enlarged these images when I uploaded them. Okay, so that I like it. It's fine. You know, it's not particularly exciting, but hey, it's not offensive either, which is more than we're gonna say for some. Okay. Oh, wait. Let me see it. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see if that works. I tried to enlarge this a little bit. I'm hoping it worked. No, I don't think it did. Oh, maybe. Salma Hayek wearing, I think that's Dolce & Gabbana as well. I think it looks amazing on her. The color is fantastic on her. Hold on, I want to go in here and see if I can make shit. Hold on. I want to go back in and see if I can make that a little, because it did enlarge it on my end. Of course, it took a lot of her head off, but that's okay. We don't need that. God almighty, she has got an amazing figure. Oh, actually, this is my Selma Hayek. I'm pretty sure that's my husband's movie wife. Yeah, that helped a little bit. So yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it. The color looks phenomenal on her. And obviously, I mean, she's smoking hot. She can. Now this is what Halle Berry should have worn. It fits like a glove, and I'm not always a fan of orangish. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much orange. But on her, it looks amazing. So well done. You don't like the boob cutout? Jackie Blue, how you doing? Hey, Earth. Before I came in here, I was going through the queue and I saw your video that I'm going to watch when I leave here about Critical K. Ooh, I'm very interested in that. I used to listen to her when she still had a channel that was called, I think, the Critical K. Yeah, she annoyed the shit out of me, but I did listen to her. So I'm assuming that must have something to do with Ray. What's her name? Ray. Oh, Ray Andriacchio. So I'm going to be watching that when I leave. Okay. Jackie Blue, you don't like it? I like it. I mean, it's a little cha-cha-cha, all this down here. But, you know, hey. Oh, Jackie Blue, I stream from both channels, so I can see the chats from both channels. You guys cannot necessarily. You guys can only see the chat that you're in. I think that's how that works. And if you can see the other chat, you can't message across the channels. Peggy, gosh, now that you've told me that, you've kind of scarred me. Okay. Moving on. We're going to make this a little bigger too, but I can't make it too much bigger. Oh, whoa. Nope, not 480%. That was funny. I guess I left my finger on the button a little too long and well, I can't make it that big because then we'll lose some. All righty. I don't know who this woman is either. This is Allison Williams wearing, I'm not sure. I thought I had another shot of this from a different angle. I like the beading, the bodice part. I'm not sure if this pink. Hey, Tammy Lou, how are you? I'm not sure if this taffeta looking thing is like a jacket that she's just got, down, flung over her arm. I'm not sure if it's a cape. I'm not sure what it is, but that taffeta deal to me looks matronly. But I am a fan of the lavender and like nude beading. I think that's very pretty. Yeah, so this is one of those that is like, well, there's part of it I cannot stand, and then there's part of it I like. So, to me, that one's kind of it's kind of like a throwaway. Oh, let's see here. Alton Mason. I don't know who this man is either, but I'm digging him. This is Alton Mason wearing Tom Ford. It's a little difficult to see, but that is an animal print on that suit. And oh my God, I love it. Sorry, y'all, I was reading the chat. Tammy Lou, you don't like him? I love Peggy. See, I think that when you look like that, you don't need the shirt. He's given me like a very young Lenny Kravitz kind of vibe. And I just, it looks amazing. I love everything about it. The fit is phenomenal. Oh, this is Tom Ford. Do you think that he could make this for Molly Golightly? Oh, I'm sure she would love this. She would look fantastic in this. We definitely need a lot more material. So yeah, I don't know who this dude is, but I love this. I think this is not something that just any man could wear. And even, I don't know, I kind of feel like a shirt would ruin it. But if he did wear a shirt, it would need to be something black and sheer, maybe a tank top, like well, hell, this guy could pull off like a mesh with little tiny crystals. I don't know. I dig it. I don't, like I said, no idea who he is, but, and it kind of gives me Soul Train vibes, like a retro. So, high marks from the American Judge. Apparently the chat is not such a fan. Peggy, you like it or no? Peggy, you said yup. Is that to Tammy's comment? Looks too small on him. Yeah, none of us really loved that pink dress, whatever that thing was with the cape. Let's see. What the hell is this lady's name? All right. Ananda Amos, I believe, is this lovely lady's name that I'm going to put up on the screen. You're not going to see her face as well because I blew the picture up a little, but we don't care about her face. This is Louis Vuitton. Oh God, this to me is like, what the hell? First of all, the color, I mean, it's almost the color of her skin, number one. So it blends right in. I can't stand the color. It's kind of like that's what I would call grayish. It's a cross between a gray and a beige. There is nothing about it that's complementary to her skin tone. It goes okay with the hair. It fits her very nicely. I hate the bottom of it. The like ruffled, the small train. I mean, there's little fine crystals all over it. The color, it's just, yeah, Jackie, yes, pasty. I just don't get it. I will say this. I do know that things oftentimes they photograph completely different. Hi, Beverly. How are you? Hi, Kent. They do photograph differently. I mean, I see that just with my, high tech iPhone filming device. So I do understand that, but she should have a stylist that put the kibosh on this look. And honestly, Louis Vuitton dressed several of the ladies, and I honestly didn't see much from them that I, thought was great. Peggy, you don't hate it? To me, oh, good Lord. To me, it's just kind of like a throwaway. There's just nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? She's a young girl, or she appears to be a young girl. I cut her head off in the picture so you can't tell. But it's matronly while being boring all at the same time. I don't get it. I don't know, like, what would have made her say, oh yes, that's my dream dress. All right. Next, we have Andie MacDowell wearing Saint Laurent. I think she looks fantastic. And honestly, when I saw the picture, I would have never thought that was her. And she was also photographed with her daughter, who I cannot remember her name off the top of my head, but she is stunning, the daughter. And there is a picture of the daughter in here, don't worry. And I will, as soon as I see the name, I'll know who she is. Rainey, I think her name is Rainey. Gorgeous girl. And Andie MacDowell looks amazing. I'm trying to think, is she, let me look. I want to see how old she is. I think she's older than me, because I remember seeing her in movies, as I was growing up. But okay, let's see here. Oh my God, she's 64. She looks fantastic. And the dress, it's just classic. It's perfect. It's not, it's not super exciting, but it is absolutely age appropriate. And she is rocking this. She looks 1,000 times better in that dress than the girl who's at least half her age, I would imagine, that we just saw prior. So yes, Jackie, I agree. She's gorgeous and she looks amazing. Okay. Oh, Lord. Oh, yes, this will be a fun one. Another one, I have no idea who this is. Andrea Risenborough wearing a Versace tablecloth. I hate everything about this. She is so pale. She is more pale than the backdrop behind her that the Oscar statue is on. I, honest to God, I couldn't tell you how old this woman is. I couldn't tell you if she was 25 or 45. I mean, I don't know if this to me is a little reminiscent of Mia Farrow back in her day. The little pixie haircut, but ooh, no. And the dress. You know who I would like this dress on? No one. Or you know, maybe Barbara Bush when she went to her, you know, second or third inaugural ball, but Barbara would have looked better in it. It's just like, what did she say? Please give me something that is going to be, you know, almost the same color as my skin, and is going to make me look like a matronly grandmother at a state dinner. I just, and it's shocking to me that Versace made this. I did not see if it was, I don't believe it was custom Versace for her. I don't know. This is not Donatella's vibe, that's for sure. So yeah, it's just a giant lace. It's like a tent. It's awful. I mean, if you're good, could they not have at least nipped it in the waist, like done an umpire waist or something? It's awful. It's just a monotone lace tablecloth. I mean, this is what you get in the non-conventional materials challenge on Project Runway when Tim Gunn says, make it work. And you grab, I mean, the curtains that Scarlett O'Hara wore in Gone with the Wind were 1,000 times better than this thing. So this is an epic fail. Oh, it looks like the chat's right there with me on that. Oh, my God, I'm glad we're going to move on to a goddess after that one. Very possibly this could be one of my best dress, or the best dress. Oh my God, look at that. Angela Bassett wearing Moschino. Oh my God. This is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. She looks fantastic. Everything. Look at the necklace. Perfect. I tell you what, she rarely misses. I don't know if she's got a damn good stylist that she's worked with forever that knows her like a glove and implicitly trusts. Listen, a stylist for celebs, to be able to find one and keep one and have a relationship that you've built over time, I can assure you it's just like the relationship with your hairdresser. So she just always hits it out of the park. I mean, I rarely see her misstep, and that color is amazing. And the jewelry is perfect, just perfect, perfection. Okay, next is Ariana DeBose, also wearing Versace, like our last wore the Versace tablecloth. I love this. I don't know who this is, but she looks amazing in this. The color is also almost like a grayish, but far better than the last grayish. The only thing that I'm kind of on that but I don't hate it, is up here, the between the boobs, all the straps and but I think it's very pretty. I wish the slit might have been just a little lower, but I think it's gorgeous. And I can't tell. Yeah, I guess this is all sheer down here. Very nice. Jackie, you thinking black? She looked like a pretty young girl. Oh, well, here's a young girl. I'm going to enlarge this a little bit. This is Ashley Graham wearing Alberta Ferretti. Oh, God. Does she wear anything where she doesn't have her underwear showing? Listen, she's a beautiful girl. But it's almost to me like a gimmick kind of thing with her. The whole I'm a plus size model and I'm gorgeous, and she is gorgeous. But I wouldn't care for this if it was on the last girl. I wouldn't care if it was on a little waif like JLR. God, am I the only one who thinks he looks like he's anorexic? Ooh, all roads lead to tragedy, pimps. I do love the top. I think from the navel up, she looks gorgeous. And if she had worn that with a pair of solid black pants, a black maxi skirt, but it's like she's always got to be showing her underwear. It's like fishnet down at the butt. It's just slutty and stupid. It's a gimmick. It's ugly. Ashley, we get it. You are a plus size goddess. Got it. We understand. But can you put some freaking pants on? I mean, I don't want to see anybody in their underwear. And it's all the time. Like, she always does this. So, magicians. Oh, that's hilarious, Peggy. Peggy thinks she looks like a magician's assistant. Yeah, I can go with that. But I do love it from the navel up. It's, your clothing should not be a gimmick, especially at something like this. Oh, this is my boyfriend. Not my husband, not my movie husband. That's Jason Momoa. But this kid might be one of my boyfriends. Austin Butler and Saint Laurent. Oh my God, this kid. Besides the fact that he is just, I just love his look. To me, he's interesting. I mean, obviously he's gorgeous, but he's interesting looking. And God, I just think he's got a lot of style. I love the shoe. I chose this picture as much for the loafer, not the loafer, the shoe that he's wearing. It's very interesting that, it almost reminds me of the tip of a ski, like snow skiing. Patent leather. I just love it. And he can definitely rock a suit, even a beaded cape like he wore in Elvis. And Austin, I know you didn't win this time, honey, but I promise you're gonna have your time. I think the Academy is, I think they're very reticent to give these, well, it's the Super Bowl of the movies. I always think they're kind of reticent about giving an Oscar to someone who is so young and so early in their career. And of course, I'm basing that on nothing except watching the stupid things for a long time. All right. Oh, I love this girl's name. I absolutely love saying her name. Woman. I shouldn't say girl. She is not a girl. She is a woman. This is Ava DuVernay, wearing Louis Vuitton. I think it's very pretty. I think it looks fantastic on her. I love the off the shoulder, this beaded. I can't tell if that's. I think it is part of the dress. I don't think that's a separate like wrap that she's got on. I think it's. Let me see how old she is before I say that it's matronly, because I'm not sure how old she is. I love her name. I love saying her name. Ava DuVernay. Oh God, she's only 50 years old. Okay, I'm gonna walk back a little bit what I just said. It's a lovely dress, but it's too old for her. This silhouette is too matronly for her. And I think I'm not a fan of the hair either. I think the whole look has kind of aged her. It's made her look old. Like, well, you saw my reaction. I was surprised to hear that she's only 50. So another Louis Vuitton that I'm not a big fan of. I tell you, I really didn't see anything that I can remember off the top of my head that they did that made me say, ooh. All righty. Enlarge this a little. This is Bailey Bass wearing Zach Posen. I don't know who she is. The dress is gorgeous. I'm not a huge fan of the color, but it's okay on her. It's, it works with her skin tone. And I will tell you that silk charmeuse is one of the most unforgiving fabrics there is. It shows every lump, every bump, every wrinkle, every bit of cellulite you even thought about having will show in. And Spanx, well, Spanx help, but silk charmeuse, it is one of, this is a young girl's game right here. I can tell you that for sure. I think she looks lovely. I love the neckline, and this to me is a perfect example. Ashley Graham should call her up, because this is a perfect example that you do not have to be showing every bit of skin you have to look sexy. This is what's sexy about this is that she's covered up, but every bit of her is hugged in that dress. And clearly a very young woman's game. Okay. Oh, here's one of our winners. And I'm only actually putting it up in case anyone saw the movie. This is Brendan Fraser, who won Best Actor for Whale. And this is, I think he did, my husband and I were, as we were watching the movie, I mean, it was obvious that the body was CGI and what they call a fat suit. And listen, that's the term they use on the internet. I didn't make that up. So woke people, don't come for me. But this is his weight now. He did gain some weight for the role. And my husband and I kept looking at each other and saying, I don't know, the face, that some of that looks, like it's real weight gain. I do recommend the movie if you haven't seen it. It's very good. So yeah, I thought he looked really good. Okay, I can never say this girl's name. Cara Delevingne, I believe is how you say it. I'm going to blow it up a little bit. Wearing Elisab, sorry. And oh God, this has got one of my pet peeves. You guys have heard me talk about this before. Please take note. Now, let me start off in the good place first. I think it's gorgeous. I absolutely love the giant detail at the shoulder. Her necklace is spectacular, and she's got the right jewels with the outfit. Now, what I was going to say, one of my pet peeves, please look at her foot and look at her toes and tell me where they are. Here's another thing I noticed. Excuse me, was every manicurist, pedicurist in Hollywood on vacation for the Oscars? I cannot tell you how many of these girls' feet I see with no polish at all. So apparently natural toes are in, but I absolutely detest these shoes. I hate the fact that they're dyed to match the dress, or, they found the exact same red, which I doubt. But look at her. What do I always say about these girls? That their shoes never fit, especially when they're in shoes like this. Their toes are always hanging over the side or the top for dear life. And hers are as well. I don't understand this. Are we back in high school prom where we have to get our shoes dyed to match our dress? I don't get it. The dress, I love all of it. My only criticism are those god-awful shoes. And why are your toenails not painted? Red or even black would have been amazing. And believe it or not, several of these ladies that I saw with the natural toe, none of them had well, there's a reason I'm mentioning it, okay? And it's not because they had gorgeous feet. So yeah. Hi, Mike, how are you? Yeah, I'm not a fan of the natural toes. Yeah, apparently every manicurist was on vacation. Okay, now this is a Louis Vuitton standout. Cate Blanchett, goddess that she is, wearing Louis Vuitton. I love this. I I love her. I mean, she is, besides the fact that she's a phenomenal actress, she I rarely see her go wrong with her clothes. And when she does, it's spectacular. But I think this is gorgeous. She's completely covered except for the arm, but there is nothing matronly about this. And I think, how old is Kate Blanchett? Let's just see here. I think, okay. Oh, wow. She's my age. But she is very tall and statuesque. So this looks fantastic on her. If I wore this, I would look like I was playing dress up. Oh, Mike Stevens. No, Mallory. If Mallory Mike says she borrowed that outfit from Mallory. Mike, if Mallory saved every super chat she has ever gotten in her life, she would still need another lifetime to afford this dress. Oh, okay. Now let me look at this lady's name, and I'm going to try it. I think it is Danae Goria. I'm sure I probably just butchered that. Wearing Jason Wu. I love this. I would have made this bigger, y'all, but I wanted you to see this. And if I made it any bigger, we were going to lose some of the hair. I think we looked at her from Golden Globes, maybe, because I recognize, I think I called the hair a topiary. I don't know. I just love it. It reminds me of Cindy Lou Who. And the dress it's stunning. It's a little difficult to see, but directly under her chin, the fabric is standing up straight, and that's like a kind of like a very firm tulle. Comes in different like plies, and that's like it looks like a rigid tulle. By the way, tulle is very in for this season. In fact, you saw I wore a tulle dress the other day, the little jewelry box ballerina dress. Yes, ma'am. And I know that because I've been looking for a dress, and tulle is everywhere. Okay. And that black looks amazing on her skin. And the jewelry was stunning. This is Danny Ramirez. I am not sure who he is, but I chose this because, kind of like we were talking about earlier, no bow tie and all the skinny pant and all very monochromatic and no bow tie, but he still looks like he belongs at a formal affair. But I do not know who he is, as with most of these people. Oh, this is another one I can't pronounce. I'm going to try. Deepika Padukone in Louis Vuitton. I love the dress. This is a mermaid silhouette. What I really don't like that ages all of it is the jewelry, the glove. Okay. I don't think she needs black gloves. But fine. If we've got to have the gloves, fine, wear the gloves. However, wearing a ring, the bracelet I don't love it, but I can work with it. But the ring, wearing a ring on the outside of a pair of gloves, nope. But the silhouette is gorgeous. I love it. You know what? This silhouette is very close to that other dress that that I'm considering wearing to the wedding I have to go to. Same silhouette, not quite. The skirt portion on mine is it starts down a little lower, and it's got straps. But other than that, this is basically the silhouette. So yes, this to me, the dress is gorgeous, but oh my God, the gloves with the no. Oh. This man is, he's been on my shit list the last few, and tonight's going to be no exception. Oh my God. Dwayne Johnson, better known as The Rock. I mean, he looks like the head waiter at Ciro's. What? My God, I hate that jacket. I like the pants. I'm not opposed to a completely different contrasting jacket. It's not that. It's that he chose a shade of what, I mean, to me, I call that old lady peach. That I just hate it. It is no. And for him, because he's already got such an exaggerated body, he's got these gigantic broad shoulders. I mean, the top doesn't even look like it belongs on the bottom, because it's just his upper torso proportions are just so big that we don't need to put him in a shiny, what I'm assuming is also another silk, kind of like charmeuse. No, the color's wrong. And while I'm not, you're wearing peach. Well, are you wearing old lady peach or just peach? No. He was on my shit list last time too. He's, nope. This is Elizabeth Banks wearing Vivienne Westwood. I like this. It's very interesting. I actually like the contrast, and we've seen this, I think, on a few people now. The contrast of velvet against silk. I think, I'm not sure. It looks like the back might be, please tell me it's not a bow. That's all I ask. But I do like how interesting this is. I like the architecture. I like the hard and the soft. Not that velvet is hard, but it's, it's definitely more sturdy than silk. She's pretty young to be, isn't she? Was she the one who was in that movie Showgirls? Is that her? We're going to find out. Elizabeth Banks. Oh, she was in the Hunger Games. Okay, she's 49. I think that she's a little young to be wearing this particular dress. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's very pretty. I think it's interesting, the architecture, and the use of the materials. But you know, I think I guess what I'm saying is I think she's got a good 10 more years before she needs to wear this. That's just me. This is Elizabeth Olsen wearing Givenchy. For me, this is a miss. I do like the halter, the top portion of the dress. I like that. I really hate the bottom. This is also something that's I've seen a lot in different stores. This underskirt of the same color, usually in a contrasting fabric. But I'm not a fan of that length at all, where the underpinning is, the solid. And then we've got this sheer on the bottom that's almost like a throwaway detail. So from the waist up, I think it's gorgeous. From the waist down, I hate it. I think it looks cheap. And oh my God. And then she puts an ankle wrap sandal with it. Like we needed that. No. Nope. She should have worn just a classic, stiletto or a sandal that's not an ankle wrap. So that was a miss for me. Oh, this is Emily Blunt in Valentino, and she is absolutely neck and neck in the running with Miss Angela Bassett for best dress. My God, look at that. That is perfection. And I guarantee you, she did not eat for a month to get in that. And she's also certainly got probably 2 pairs of Spanx on. Although, I mean, clearly she doesn't need the Spanx. Ladies, that is a common misconception that thin women do not wear Spanx. They absolutely do, because Spanx are not, whoops. Oh, damn it. What did I do? Okay. Spanx are not just for sucking in fat. Well, yes, they do that quite nicely. They also are to camouflage lumps and bumps. But I mean, I just think that is absolute perfection. White is very difficult to wear, especially like that. My guess would be that is some kind of like a poly spandex blend or a rayon, some kind of synthetic. It might not as thick as neoprene, but along those lines, that would be my guess. But I just think that is absolutely stunning. The handbag is the right bag. She's got the earrings, and she's perfect. Absolutely perfect. Oh gosh. Oh Lord. This is one that Eva Longoria wearing Zuhair Murad. I hate her hair. Why in the ever-loving hell she decided to wear some kind of wet look? Not sure. I think she is too short. and too mature to be wearing this dress, as her boobs reflect. Eva, no, no. This dress requires someone whose breasts have not met gravity yet, or who a surgeon has defied gravity. That isn't even my main problem with it. But go look at this dress when you can see it, close up, and you will see what I mean. It is not complimentary to her boobs. Okay. It's just not. And she's short like I am. In fact, she's actually, I think, a little taller than me. I could never pull this off. It is way too much fabric. It's too much beading. You can see it's like the dress is wearing her. She is not wearing the dress. The dress is wearing her. It's too heavy. It's too beaded. And I hate this. The neck, although I'm wondering, is that a necklace or is it part of the dress? I can't tell, but I don't care either. We've got everything. We've got a slutty slit to the navel. We've got sheer. We've got beaded. No. Epic fail. Oh, and then we put the hair. What the hell's that about? I just don't even know. Oh, this is someone whose name I absolutely love saying. Fan Bing Bing. This is actually really gorgeous. Now typically green silk taffeta would be a no for me, but it really made a statement. And the dress underneath is all completely beaded, and she pulled it off. I wouldn't have chosen green. I would have liked to have seen this in, oh my God, like a pink, or pink would have been really nice. But she's pulling it off. It's a whole lot, but she's making it work. I'm not sure what movie she was in. There's several other women that are wearing, hold on a minute. Florence Pugh wearing Valentino, which, oh my goodness, I think her last name is very apropos for this disgusting abomination. What the hell is this? This is like some kind of a flea market version of Miley Cyrus. Oh my God, everything about this is disgusting. The shoes. What the hell? First of all, it looks like, and girl, listen, I'm right there with you, because I've got some spray tan issues myself right now. So I get it. It happens. The area between the ankle wrap strap and her knee is like devoid of tan, but the knee up to the crotch of her leotard, or whatever that Malliot bathing suit is, I don't know. It looks like a curtain. Yeah, the Unconventional Materials Challenge. Only this one took place in Rockefeller Center, and they just grabbed the curtains off of the ballroom, and she threw on her bike shorts underneath and ran to the local Payless to get some slutty looking ankle wraps. I don't know who this girl is, but she appears to be quite young. Why in the hell she would want to be in this thing, I have no idea. I mean, honest to God, there's not one thing that I can say about any of this that's nice. Ginger Snap, yes, I am familiar with that quote from Dolly Parton. I wouldn't even call this cheap. This is just stupid. It's just all kinds of stupid. It's ugly. It's just gross. Her hair is atrocious. The jewelry's ugly. It's tragic. Hey Wanda, how you doing? Mike, you may be correct about that. This may definitely be from Mallory's Club. I'd say Mallory's curtains, but I've seen Mallory's curtains and we couldn't make anything out of those besides maybe a tablecloth. Hey Prissy, how you doing? Oh, okay. Oh, now this sweet young girl's name threw me. I was like, what? And you know what's crazy is I actually was just looking at this dress. I almost just bought this dress before I came in. Not her version, but this is Halle Bailey wearing Dolce & Gabbana. I love this so much, which is why I was just getting ready to buy it. It was not Dolce & Gabbana though. It was BCBG Max Azria has made almost this exact same dress. This color is stunning, and it is absolutely stunning on her. The jewelry is perfect. Her hair is gorgeous. And as you can see, like this is semi-sheer, and it does look like she is wearing almost like a full bottom bathing suit. Remember like back in the old days of Hollywood, and they would wear I think it's called a malliot, a one-piece bathing suit. But there's several layers of tulle here so that you can kind of see, but it's not like Ashley Graham just, strutting around in her underwear with her fishnet skirt. I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. I love the color of the silhouette. I love everything about it. Isn't it? Yeah, Wanda, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Peggy, what do you mean you hate the color? How can you hate that color? Aqua blue. Oh, okay. Here's another man. Remember I said there was several cultural nods I saw going on. This is Harry Shum, I believe his name is. I don't know who he's wearing, but I love that belt. That's called an obi, and I don't know if obi is Japanese or Chinese. I think Japanese. I just think this is so cool looking, and obviously he is Asian. And this could have gone so wrong. It could have looked like a bathrobe, but my God, the piping contrast on that jacket, I love it. I think he looks amazing. This is Hong Chow, I believe is how you say her name. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There is another shot in here of the front of this dress. And it's funny because if you only see it from the front, it obviously it doesn't have the impact that this oh, I can't remember what this beading is called. It's like a paillette. It's flat, but they're like rectangular. Very gorgeous. Gorgeous. And that pink, that shade of pink is not easy to wear. It looks great on her. Like if I tried that shade of pink, I'd look dead. Oh, here it is from the front. And she's a tiny little thing. Like I bet she's my height. I'm 4'11". I would imagine she's around my height. It's that dress is immaculately tailored. I don't know who she's wearing, and I'm sure it was made for her. You don't like the train, Peggy? I love the train. See, I think without the train, it's to be that short. That's a hard silhouette to wear, being that short. And I know because that was Prada. And I know because I am that short. Oh, I thought this was so fun. This is James Hong, I believe is how you pronounce it. And there's one main reason I picked this. Oh, damn it. I couldn't blow it up enough. The bow tie, right on his bow tie, on either side of the center knot, their eyes. And Fendi did a line of handbags several seasons back now, but they called them monster bags. And they had these fun little, they look like eyes, and then they'd have little things that painted on that look like hair. And when you folded the flap of the bag over, it looked like a little monster face. So I don't know who he's wearing, but I thought maybe that it was Fendi because of the eyes on the bow tie. It very much gave me Fendi monster bag references. Now, I thought I really liked this, and when I just looked at it again before putting it up, now I'm not sure. I might have changed. No, I don't know. I think I still like it a lot. Well, shit, where'd it go? This is Jamie Lee Curtis wearing Dolce & Gabbana. It fits like a glove. The color is not anything too exciting, but it really looks good on her skin tone. And and she won an Oscar for, what is that movie called? Everything, all the things, every time, something. I don't know. But yeah, I think she looks amazing in it. It goes great with her hair. I'm usually bitching at her about the hair, but she really looks great. So there's she's pulling the color off. I don't love the color, but she's a goddess. Oh. This is Janelle Monáe wearing Vera Wang. Oh, I think that is so stunning. Now, I wish it was not Halloween colors. But you know what? It's so gorgeous, the fit. And if you notice, here's another one with velvet mixed with silk charmeuse, because that top is black velvet and cutouts. There's a lot of cutouts. We haven't seen so many as of, well, yeah, we have seen a few. Like I said, I wish it was not Halloween colors, but I think it's stunning. I think it is absolutely gorgeous on her. I think that she should have just taken the orange and carried it up to the top. Or I would have loved it in all black too. And it still would have stood out if she had done black silk charmeuse on the bottom. But I just think it is stunning. And the fit is perfection. I really like this lady. Janet Yang. Now, normally I would not be a fan of pewter colored lame, but this lady, the smile on her face, she looks like she is having so much fun. That's why I'm giving her the green light. It wouldn't be the dress I would have picked, but my God, I tell you guys all the time that, fashion is not about wearing a dress or wearing a skirt and heels. And it, more than anything, it's about what you feel good in. And if you feel good in it, you're going to look good. Well, there is something to be said for clearly being comfortable in what you're wearing. And when I say, I don't mean comfortable, I mean, well, that too. You guys know, exactly what I'm saying. That expression, give a girl the right pair of shoes and she can change the world, something like that. When you feel good and you feel confident in what you're wearing, that so comes shining through. And while I would not have picked silver lame with heavy beading for this lovely lady, she clearly loves it and she's having a great time. And you know what? I'd say she's probably in her 70s. And by God, we're going to let her wear whatever she wants. She's loving it. So that's good enough for me with her. Oh. Jennifer Connelly wearing Louis Vuitton. Gorgeous. It's a little hard to see, but the top, those are all big, huge rhinestones. I think she looks amazing. She's a beautiful woman. How old is she? Hell, I think she's older than me. Jennifer Connelly. Oh no, she's 1 year younger than me. She's 52. I think she looks stunning. I love the dress. It's gorgeous. Love it. Jenny Slate wearing custom Tom Brown. It's very pretty. It's very pretty. It's black. It's a classic silhouette, and it looks very nice on her. Is it super exciting? No. And I'm not a huge fan of the necklace with the, egg-sized emerald. I I would have rather seen all one color stone, either all diamonds or all, oh my God, rubies. Now, if that had been diamond and ruby, that I would have liked. But yeah, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's black, which that's, I mean, it's classic. This is Jessica Chastain wearing Gucci. Every time I look at her, I always think of Jessica Rabbit. she's a beautiful woman too. She is really gorgeous. Um, it's fine. The fit is amazing. Wouldn't have been my choice. I always wonder. I mean, these are like A-listers. They can get anything they want. Oh, and it's, it's delivered to their house. It's not like they have to go schlep to, Neiman Marcus and pick it up. I don't know. I mean, the fit is amazing. I will definitely say that. I just don't find it to be, it's just, it's one of those. Prissy, yeah, she does look like Jessica Rabbit, doesn't she? And that ain't a bad thing. Yeah, y'all, we didn't have a lot of losers. Might not have been the time to make that announcement. Now, I recognize this lovely lady, young girl, I think, Jessie Buckley, wearing They Don't Want You to Know because they're embarrassed. My God, what the hell is this? I mean, I'm getting like, I mean, that's like a leg of mutton sleeve. Which, I mean, I don't hate that. Oh my God, it's just, it like, if it didn't have the sheer going through it, it would absolutely age her a few decades. It just doesn't look like, look at her hair. Does she seem like this is what you would pick for her? Like, this is another one that's wearing her. She is not wearing that dress. That dress is wearing her. And we've got, it's got it all. It's got huge volume. It's got sheer. It's got shiny. It's got beading. It's got tight sleeves. It's, oh God, it's like, it's just a mess. It's a freaking mess. I'm staring at this thing wondering, like, it's given me a little bit of Vivienne Westwood vibe. Sorry, Vivienne. She's like, hell no, I didn't make that damn thing. Doesn't matter. I hate it. It's terrible. And she looks like, I'm trying to think what, God, I just saw her in something. She's a really good actress, but that, oh God, that, nah. Oh, I really liked this. John Cho wearing Xenia. And I picked this one because you notice he's wearing a more traditional tie. But it was also, I love, he's got this diamond brooch on the lapel, which I really like. And, it's still skinny, but not super skinny. So kind of like a hybrid. But I just thought this was really sharp looking. Very nice. Oh, this is Jonathan Majors. Now, I didn't even pick this for the suit. I picked it because the shoes look like, honest to God, what do you think when you look at those shoes? How about a Barnum and Bailey circus clown? Tell me those do not look like circus clown shoes. I saw those things and was like, what in the hell? Oh, and then he put a white sock with the, oh my God. I mean, why? What? This is one of those things where it's like, sometimes I think, like, you're not going to tell me he looked at those shoes and said, oh my God, I love those shoes. No, I think they did probably exactly what they were meant to do, which is make people stop and go, oh my God, did you see his damn shit? What the hell? I mean, like, you're gonna note. I think the men have to work harder to be noticed than the women do. Not definitely get you noticed, but not for the right reasons. This is Julia Louis-Dreyfus wearing Lanvin. I mean, I think she looked, I just saw her in the movie You People, which was hilarious. I watched it twice because I watched it the first time by myself, and then I made my husband watch it because it was, I said, oh my God, I laughed my ass off for 2 hours. I saw her wardrobe from that movie was far cuter than this. I mean, this to me, she's too short, number one. That's a silhouette for a tall, statuesque woman. And it's too I mean, matronly is not really the word I'm looking for, but it's too matronly. There's just I think that's all beadwork. This, the silver. I'm sure it's crystals. I don't care. It's just so like it's a throwaway. I mean, this to me is like you see this at the country club when they have, the once a year dinner for like, the member guests. And no, I just don't like it. Nope. Now, if I hadn't just seen her in that movie, well, I maybe wouldn't have another reference as to how much more hip and cool she looked in the wardrobe from the movie. Kate Hudson. We're going to do 2 more after this. This is Kate Hudson wearing Louis Vuitton. It fits her amazingly, and I'm not a big fan. The actual dress itself, very pretty, and the fit is phenomenal. What I'm not a fan of is coming off the bust, these pieces that are kind of like a drop sleeve. I would have been okay with them had we not had the white, it looks like chiffon, silk chiffon maybe, sewn on the underside of the sequin. I don't like that. I think it makes it look cheap. I would have preferred to see it with none of that, just the spaghetti straps and then that beautiful train and that amazing fit. That would have knocked it out of the park for me. I don't care for I'm just going to call it a drop sleeve with that white. I mean, I understand what I think it was done to break up the monotone of all the silver, but come on, you're fully committed with the dress. Why go in and try it? To me, that's immediately where your eye goes, is to that white. And I think that takes it takes away from the rest of the dress. So, hey, love MJ2, how are you? Okay. All right, we got two more. This is going to be Carrie Condon wearing Versace. This is an elevated prom dress. Can I tell you how much I despise this color? This is butter yellow. It looks good on almost no one. I was gonna say maybe what was the girl's name that wore the gorge? Halle Bailey. I was thinking maybe on that beautiful dark brown skin color, but no, because I'm looking at it next to the black on my screen. No, Bumblebee. It's just, I just hate it. And honest to God, if that did not have, the only thing saving this mess from being on the rack at David's Bridal is that train down there. That's the only thing that's keeping it from that category for me. I hate it. What the hell? She's a beautiful girl. Why in the hell would you say, oh yes, put me in a ugly, find me the ugliest yellow you can that washes my already pale skin out more, that doesn't go with my, I mean, her hair looks like there's some light auburn maybe. It's awful. It is absolutely ugly. Prissy, yes. Bridesmaid, yep. Elevated, I said David's Bridal, but I think Bridesmaid is better. Yeah, hate it. Okay. What? Versace took me off their PR list. Okay. Another Versace. Lady Gaga. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I love her makeup. I like the hair, you know, back, slicked all the way back, and just the really tight, it's probably a chignon or little bun at the back of her head. But see, here's the problem. I'm talking about her makeup, and I just feel like these, from the neck up, it just, to me, does not go with the ball gown skirt. I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. It feels forced. There's just it's kind of tortured. There's just, we've got all the architecture, the vertical lines in the sheer bodice, and then we've got the cups underneath that's breaking up the vertical lines. And then we've got the belt detail, the crystal broochy looking thing. And then we've just got this ball gown skirt. I don't know. It's not the most horrible thing we've looked at, but it's kind of tortured. It's like there's so many different dresses going on here, and they just don't, I don't know. I just don't think they go together. So, well, kids, let me look real quick and see how many more that I think I have. Oh God, it's a lot. Well, no. Actually, maybe one more. Yeah, probably one more episode. I can get them all done. And what was funny is at the end of clipping yesterday, on one of the sites I was on, you could tell when you were really getting down to the end of the A-listers, because you would start seeing people like you didn't even recognize their names and you had no idea who the hell they were. And they'd have someone with them and it would say Joe Blow and guest. And I just started laughing and I'm like, oh my God, now wouldn't that's, you're a D-lister when you don't even get name. They don't even give a shit about what your name is. It's just and guest. So kids, that was that. What's today? Wednesday. Tomorrow I'm gone all day. Let me look. I feel like I have something Friday too. Whoops. Oh, and I still need to come and talk about oh shit, Prissy, I'm sorry, girl. I just saw your text. Next time. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let me look at my calendar. Yeah, we still need to talk about all the other dipshits from this morning. All the tragedy pimps before that's old news. Not that they ever give us a chance for anything to, well, my God, it's like how do these people do this? Like, honestly, how do you have a sustained level of DEFCON 4 all the time? I don't get it. You guys, I get like anxiety when I've got a list of these idiots to talk about. And I feel like I'm under pressure to talk about it before all of YouTube has moved on to the next subject in, 17 hours. It really boggles the mind to think, like, if I find it exhausting to do commentary on it, what must it be like to live it? And that whole thing with Molly crying, oh, give me a fucking break. Are you for real right now? I mean, you're crying like that over someone who referred to you as sloppy Molly and drug you for filth for how long? On a positive note, I am going to say this. Hey, PayPal Mal, your hair looked very nice yesterday, and your outfit was a vast improvement over most of the shit I see you wearing. I wasn't a huge fan of this big giant wide belt you had on, but I understand what you were trying to do with it. So the American judge is going to give you high marks on that. And the hair, my gosh, what a huge, vast improvement. But I mean, do we all believe that that shit is real? That's I just, yeah, Prissy, I feel the same way. I could never exist in that state of being like on the regular all the time. It is so exhausting. And I can tell you this, just the little bit that I do on here, and in comparison to people who really, are all in, dedicated to this, who it's not a hobby for, people who are either trying to make a living doing it or, tragedy pimping and grifting, whatever the case may be. My God, it takes hours out of your day because, I don't come on here looking like Betty. So, to put some makeup on, to find something to wear, then to come in and talk or do a video, whatever it is. And there's, unless you're like these people and you live your entire life for YouTube, you got a lot of real world shit you got to get done. My God, it's like, Prissy, the clip channels, my God. That's why I always thank them, because truly, and I'm not joking, I could never listen to these ass clowns for any length of time. I just could not. When I listened to Burnt Toast stream yesterday when I was in the car to listen to Monday's live stream about bets, even that was far more time than I want to spend with Betty in my ears. No. So yeah, I don't know how they do it, honestly. To have to spend that much time with these gross people. No, thank you. I don't. Your dog wants to comment? I'm sure my dog is out there saying, hey, bitch, come take me out. Oh, yep, and my sciatic nerve is about had enough. My God, you guys, it's so cool here today in Florida. It's amazing. I'm sitting here in a cashmere blanket. I mean, it's a big wrap, but it's like wearing a blanket. I cannot tell you the last time. I can't even remember any time in recent history that it has been this cool, even for a day, which I'm sure is all we're getting, that it's been this cool in Florida. So I don't know what the temperature is. I know that before I came in here, the thermostat in my kitchen said it was 68 degrees in my house, which I love. Bye, Prissy. I'm out of here too. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. And it's highly unlikely, but there's a very slight chance that maybe I'll come back this evening and talk about the tragedy pimps. We'll see. I doubt it. If not, well, it'll be Friday, and I'll just add to my list whatever takes place between tonight and Friday morning. All right, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for joining me. Until we meet again, this has been Crimes and Fashion, along with Fashionistas, Felons, and Fruit Loops, where we talk about some very bad, ignorant ass. Usually I say oftentimes poorly dressed, but today we talked about some very well-dressed people, a few poorly dressed. Also some mean/crazy AF people while being dressed to kill. And we'll finish up the Oscars probably Friday, if not over the weekend. All right, everybody, have a great day until we meet again.